I'd like to talk with you about the topic of importance, right? And this is something that I hear very often is some people say, hey, Nicholas, so I'm able to manifest the quote unquote small things with a lot of ease, right? I can manifest getting this for free, people reaching out, I'm meeting this person, I'm doing this, I'm getting a little bit of money here, whatever. But when it comes to other goals in my life, I seem to, place them on the pedestal. They seem very important for me. I feel a certain resistance within me. And I want to talk about that. I want to see what, comes to my mind right now, because as you know, these talks without Cam, I do them very spontaneously based on the topic that I have in mind, and then I just see what comes out. So I've noticed that too, by the way, right? That we have this sometimes unconscious increased importance on a certain desire, and for other desires we're like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? And they happen super smoothly. And then for the things that we see, oh, that's very important for me, like that's very important for me, there is always this, let's just say, very subtle form of resistance that can sometimes make it seemingly more harder, more challenging to make also that desire natural, right? And many people experience that, right? So what can we do about it? One thing that you can do, one thing that I noticed that many people are scared of, is they want the thing so much that they again manifest from this need, from this it must happen like that, or I definitely must get this thing because this is very important to me. But I found something, and that's like a secret little game changer that you can do, but you have to stay with me to really understand this. And that's basically also acknowledging that there is the possibility that you don't get it. Right? And now I know that some people will be like, no, but how can you say this? It's not that we want to focus on not getting it. We want to focus all our attention on getting it. I get it, right? I understand it. But the thing is this, right? When you manifest from this, let's just say, fear of, oh, this is so important to me, I need to get this. When I get this, then I'm happy, then I'm fulfilled, then everything is good in my life, and this is this one magic desire that I want. Then what do you say, right? You say to the mirror of life that you're not having it yet, that this is very unnatural, that this is super important for you, but but this is not something that you naturally have and that you naturally are. So the mirror can't reflect. The mirror can only reflect what you already have, what you already are. So what we can do is we can acknowledge the possibility that we might not get it, only for the sake of decreasing the importance, not to actually not manifest it. Right? We acknowledge something. It doesn't mean we accept the fact that we might not get it, right? But if you understand that creation is finished, so therefore you understand that also in creation there is the possibility that you do not end up with the thing desired, that you do not end up with the outcome you wanna manifest. When you look that in the eye, right now you try to run away from it. You're like, I must get this, I must get this, I must get this, and you only go in this one direction. But when you say, wait, why is this so important to me? Right, let me also acknowledge that there is the possibility, or there is let's just say the parallel reality, right? There's also the state where I don't have this, right? This is also there. And then you understand, oh, all states are there. The states where I don't have it, the state where I have it, the state where I have partially manifested it, right? All of these possibilities do exist. And when you again remember that A, there's also the possibility that you do not manifest it, and B, you remember that all possibilities are there, then at least for me, that helped me tremendously to take the importance and take this increased importance for this one thing away, because I'm like, okay, let's chill. All is fine, right? There are all of these states, they're equally valid. I just, I just place so much importance on this one specific state, and I think that's the holy state. If I have this, then everything's perfect. But if you zoom out, right, from consciousness perspective, that can shift into all states, and they're all equally valid. Also the state where you don't have it, and the state where you have it. And when you see that all of that is there as potential, then you can drop that importance. At least that helped me, right? I do hope that it also helps you. And I will see if I have another spontaneous insight on that. But that's one thing, right? To also look your fears in the eyes, to not run away from the negative outcomes. To also see, okay, yeah, they're also possible. And just by acknowledging that, not by accepting it as final, but just by acknowledging, oh yeah, that's also there, that can help you to no longer chase your manifestation, to no longer need it, to no longer come from lack, but you come then from calmness, from inner abundance, from this inner wholeness, from understanding that within your awareness, within your field of potential, all of these possibilities are there. So that's one thing. That's basically the main thing, right? Another thing is also to, maybe create this story within yourself if you find it helpful, which is how you manifest one thing is how you manifest everything. Because if you do understand that only because you perceive that one goal is more on a pedestal or is more important to you, there is no other manifestation secret for that, right? It still is a state. It's just a state that is very unnatural for you because you see it as so special for you. If you zoom out, like I said before, you see that all states are equally valid, then you understand, oh, I, from my current state, made it so special. I right now see it as so high, as so important, as so much on a pedestal. But that's only from my current state. If you zoom out and you, in a sense, perceive that desired state from a stable standpoint, right, from a blank state perspective, then also that seems like very, oh yeah, that is also there, that does also exist. But then you go back in your current state and you're like, oh my god, I don't have it, and when I now have this in my life, then everything is perfect, right? You're basically much attached to when it's there, then I feel good. When this happens in my world, then everything is fine. When I manifest this one thing, my life will be solved and fixed and perfect forever. Trust me, it is a fallacy that I fall into also, and that I fell also into, where we say, when I have this, then I feel good. When I have this, then I feel good. When I have this thing, this is the one thing I need, then my life will forever feel good. I need this person, I need this partner, I need this more money, I need this more health, right? So we always see it from this lack consciousness. But the only thing that does not exist in existence, the only thing that does not exist is lack. If all states exist, which they do, because creation is finished and within consciousness every possibility already is there, then the only thing that can't be there is lack, right? But when you view things from a lacking state and you say, oh, I want this is so important, then I no longer feel lack. Well, then you are a lot attached to that, right? You're attached to the outcome. You say, when I have this, then I feel good. But by doing what I said in the beginning, right, we can decrease and transcend that attachment, right, where we no longer are attached because we also have understood that every state is within us and every state is equally valid, and every state is basically equally easy to occupy. Maybe some states take longer to make them natural, but they're all still made out, right? Just imagine a room and you have like images, image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on till infinity, and all of these images that you place on the floor of a room, they represent states you can be in, right? So if you look now from state number 1 up to state 350, well, it seems far away. It seems like, oh, that's important, I want to get there, this is really like, I need this, I need to be in that state, then everything is good. But if you become the floor again, or the space in which all of these states lie, and you identify as that again, maybe through meditation, you go back into calmness, you go back into the silence, right? You go back to your true nature, then you see, wow, all of these states are there. I made it so important, right? I therefore made it so unnatural, but actually it's also there, and I can shift into it like I shifted into any other, into all of the other things that I manifested, right? So how I manifest one thing is how I manifest everything. And these are my thoughts on this topic, right? Decrease the importance, because again, it's usually this increased importance that causes also, delaying the manifestation, and for us to always chase it and yes, I want to get this, right? Because for the things, and you can probably agree with me, right? For the things that you don't find so important to you, right? Maybe getting this text message from this one person, or maybe you getting this thing for free, or maybe you finding this, or maybe you experiencing this in your life. This person gives you a compliment. You're also good with the mindset of, okay, I'm also cool with if it wouldn't have happened, right? It's also fine because you're not attached to this outcome here, right? Because you are also cool with the possibility that it doesn't happen. So that's why I said also be cool with the possibility that your important desires doesn't happen, not because we want to manifest that, but simply to take the pressure away, or to take this importance away, right? Nothing can be more important than discovering your true nature and discovering that all states are within you. But if you think only when it happens on the outside, then my life is fixed, you will forever be attached to the outside and to certain manifestations, right? Now, that is it. Definitely leave me your comments definitely leave me your feedback in the comments. I would love to hear what you think, if you experience this, if you have more questions on this, what your thoughts are. Again, I'm doing these videos without a keynote, without a presentation, without points, just spontaneously talking what is on my mind about topics that I see in the comments, topics that I get asked in the community. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this, your experiences on this. If you need more resources, check out my free masterclass and my program in case you want to work with me deeper, right? And if you need more, then go to my website, upgradeyourlife.com. There you will also find my inner circle for only $50. You can join that, and there you will have access to a community of people that are on their journey right now to understand Neville's teachings more. And you will also find a mini version of my program within that inner circle, right? So that is it. Speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.